Welcome to Rare Coins Numix, where everyday dollar coins turn into extraordinary treasures. These presidential $1 coins aren't just currency, they're pieces of history, and some have shocked collectors by selling for unbelievable prices. Make sure to watch till the end, you won't believe what these coins are worth. Let's begin today's journey with a coin that, at first glance, seems like a simple piece of modern American currency. Its golden shine catches the light, its design is elegant, and to most people it looks like just another dollar in the presidential series. But behind this coin lies a deeper story, a story of history, design, errors, rarity, and the enduring fascination that turns an ordinary piece of change into a treasure worth far more than anyone would expect. We're talking about the USA $1 coin that honors James Madison, the fourth President of the United States. James Madison is remembered as the father of the Constitution, the man whose intellect and determination helped craft the guiding document of the United States. Alongside Alexander Hamilton and John Jay, he co-wrote the Federalist Papers, essays that remain essential to understanding the Constitution and the philosophy behind it. Later, as president, Madison faced the challenges of the War of 1812, a difficult chapter in which the young nation tested its strength against Great Britain once again. When the U.S. Mint introduced the Presidential Dollar Series in 2007, the idea was to honor each president in the order they served. These coins were not made of gold, though their golden color might suggest it. Instead, they were struck from a mix of copper, zinc, manganese, and nickel, giving them their distinctive tone. The James Madison dollar was part of the early releases in this series, and millions were minted. On the obverse, the portrait of Madison presents him with dignity, a reminder of his profound role in American history. On the reverse stands the Statue of Liberty, her torch blazing upward, a timeless emblem of freedom that connects each presidential dollar across the series. Yet what makes a coin truly fascinating to collectors isn't simply the design or the history behind the person it honors. It's the details that set one coin apart from the millions of others struck. Some James Madison dollars left the mint with completely smooth edges, missing all of the inscriptions. To the untrained eye, such a coin might seem ordinary. But to collectors, this kind of error transforms the coin into something special. Others show doubled inscriptions, where the lettering is slightly overlapped or repeated. Still others exhibit weak strikes, where details of Madison's portrait or the Statue of Liberty appear faint and incomplete. Condition plays an equally important role. Imagine two James Madison dollars. One has been sitting loose in a drawer, its surface scratched from rubbing against keys and other coins. The other was carefully preserved the moment it was minted, untouched, flawless under magnification. The first is worth only $1. The second could be worth thousands. Very few coins, especially in modern series, ever achieve a perfect MS-70 grade. For the James Madison dollar, stories of discovery continue to fuel excitement. Some collectors found their coins in unopened mint rolls, purchased directly from banks. Others stumbled across unusual errors in circulation, spotting blank edges or strange strike marks while casually examining their change. Auction houses have seen the impact of these discoveries firsthand. Madison dollars with missing edge inscriptions or other errors have appeared on the block, surprising bidders with just how high the prices can climb. The beauty of this coin is that it bridges history and modern collecting. On one side, it represents the legacy of James Madison, the man who shaped the nation's very Constitution. On the other, it embodies the excitement of the Presidential Dollar Series and the surprises it brought to numismatics. It shows that even in the 21st century, the U.S. Mint can produce coins that carry unexpected treasures. Which brings us to the heart of this story. Among all the James Madison dollars ever minted, one specimen rose above the rest. Its condition was flawless, its rarity undeniable, and its desirability unmatched. When it appeared on the auction block, collectors from around the world turned their attention to it. The bidding began modestly, but as the excitement grew, the price climbed higher and higher, breaking through every expectation. By the time the final hammer fell, this coin had sold for an incredible $143,000. From a face value of $1 to a realized price of six figures, the James Madison $1 coin reminds us that value is never just about numbers stamped in metal. It is about history, rarity, and the passion of collectors who see beyond the surface. And so, as we close this chapter, let the story of this coin inspire you. The next time you see a presidential dollar, don't dismiss it as ordinary. Look closely. Check the edge. Consider its condition. Because you never know, the coin in your hand might be the next discovery waiting to surprise the world. The James Madison dollar proves it's possible. One coin, one moment, one incredible journey from pocket change to priceless treasure. The next remarkable piece we are about to uncover takes us deeper into the fascinating journey of American history through its coinage. The John Quincy Adams dollar coin is more than just a circular piece of metal, it is a small tribute to one of the nation's most influential presidents, carrying with it an aura of prestige, power, and heritage. Born into a family that shaped America's earliest foundations, John Quincy Adams was a statesman, diplomat, and thinker whose impact on the country extended far beyond his presidency. This coin, in its quiet yet commanding way, serves as a reminder of the weight of history and the stories etched into the fabric of the nation. Struck as part of the presidential $1 coin program, this piece captures Adams' dignified profile, a portrait that seems to speak directly to the ideals he stood for: resilience, intellect, and service. The detail on this coin isn't simply decorative, it is storytelling in metal. Every curve of the engraving, every letter on its rim, was carefully crafted to ensure his legacy would never be forgotten. When you hold it, you're not just touching a coin, you're holding an artifact that whispers the tale of a man who carried the mantle of leadership during a crucial time in America's evolution. John Quincy Adams himself was no ordinary president. As the son of John Adams, he grew up immersed in the struggles and triumphs of a young nation. A skilled diplomat, he helped negotiate the Treaty of Ghent, ending the War of 1812, and later became a powerful voice in Congress, fighting relentlessly against slavery. His life was one of service and conviction, and this dollar coin is a permanent tribute to the weight of his legacy. What makes the John Quincy Adams dollar coin even more fascinating is how it bridges two worlds, the era it represents and the collector's market it thrives in today. While millions of coins were minted for circulation, only a rare and extraordinary few stand apart, the ones struck with near perfection, preserved in immaculate condition, or bearing minting quirks that set them apart from the ordinary. These select pieces have become the heartbeat of auctions, creating excitement among collectors who understand just how rare it is to encounter one of these pristine treasures. Think for a moment about the journey of such a coin. From the day it left the mint, it may have passed through countless hands or been tucked away in careful protection. Perhaps it survived years untouched, lying silently in a collection or safe deposit box, waiting for the right moment to re-emerge. And when it finally does, it doesn't just reappear, it commands attention, sending ripples of anticipation across the collecting community. Stories like these remind us that a coin is more than currency, its history frozen in time, destined to resurface when its value, both historical and monetary, can truly be appreciated. The charm of this particular coin lies in its rarity. Some examples display minting errors, such as missing edge inscriptions or doubled lettering. Others stand out because of their flawless preservation, perfect surfaces, sharp details, and that brilliant golden tone that seems to glow under the light. Coins like this do not simply exist as collectibles, they stand as champions of survival and preservation, sparking fierce competition among numismatists. And when such a coin enters the market, it becomes more than a collector's prize, it transforms into a symbol of heritage worth pursuing at almost any cost. Auction houses describe the anticipation before the bidding as electric. Collectors wait, holding their breath, knowing that once the hammer falls, the opportunity to own such a rarity might not come again for decades, if ever. It was one of these extraordinary examples that recently captured the imagination of collectors, leading to an intense and unforgettable bidding war. With each raise of the paddle, the tension grew, not only because of its immaculate preservation but also because of what it symbolized, an opportunity to claim ownership of something truly irreplaceable. The bids climbed higher, defying all expectations, until the final moment arrived. When the last call echoed through the auction hall, history was made. This John Quincy Adams dollar coin was sold for an astounding $139,000, a breathtaking price for a coin with a face value of just $1. This remarkable result elevates the coin from a simple collectible to a true treasure, proving once again that even the smallest pieces of history can hold immeasurable worth. It reminds us that a coin is never just metal, it is memory, heritage, and legacy condensed into something we can hold in the palm of our hand. For collectors, it's a reminder that the search never ends, because the next extraordinary discovery may be closer than we think. Somewhere in a drawer, a bank roll, or even in spare change, another rare piece of history may be waiting patiently to be found. That thought is what fuels the passion of numismatics, the thrill of the hunt, the joy of discovery, and the pride of preservation. The John Quincy Adams dollar coin not only honors a great leader but also continues to inspire awe, excitement, and respect in the world of numismatics. Its story is one of resilience, rarity, and recognition, a story that proves history is alive, not only in books and monuments but also in the coins that quietly travel through our hands. Now let's move on to the next treasure in our journey through America's presidential dollar coins, a piece that often goes unnoticed but carries an extraordinary legacy, the Millard Fillmore presidential $1 coin. At first glance, it might seem like just another entry in the presidential $1 coin program, but this coin is far from ordinary. Behind its golden sheen lies a story of leadership, a transitional moment in American history, and a collector's item that has captured the attention of numismatists worldwide. Millard Fillmore, the 13th President of the United States, assumed office in 1850 during one of the nation's most challenging periods. His presidency, often overshadowed by the towering figures before and after him, nevertheless served as a bridge between two turbulent eras. He is remembered for signing the Compromise of 1850, a deeply controversial measure that attempted to ease the sectional tensions between North and South. Though his decisions were debated, they reflected the heavy responsibility of leading a fractured country struggling to hold itself together. This coin, issued to honor his leadership, brings Fillmore's story back into the spotlight. On the obverse, his portrait appears with a calm dignity, struck in sharp detail that reflects both the seriousness and resolve of his time in office. Around his image, the inscriptions record his name and the years of his presidency, 1850 to 1853, standing as a permanent reminder of his place in America's unfolding history. Turning to the reverse, the timeless image of the Statue of Liberty commands attention. Her torch rises upward, a symbol of hope, enlightenment, and unity. The inscriptions, United States of America, and $1, surround the design, completing a piece that connects the ideals of liberty with the memory of a leader who governed at a pivotal moment. Every curve of the engraving and every line of detail in this coin was intentionally crafted, not only to celebrate Fillmore himself but also to reflect the enduring strength of the American spirit. But what makes the Millard Fillmore presidential dollar so fascinating is not only the story it tells but the variety and rarity that have emerged from its production. Though millions were minted, not every coin was created equal. Some left the mint with edge lettering missing, a striking error that makes them instantly more desirable. Others display doubled inscriptions, slight variations, or unusually sharp strikes that distinguish them from ordinary circulation pieces. And then there are those uncirculated specimens, coins carefully preserved since the day they were struck, their surfaces flawless, their luster untouched, their details appearing as fresh as the moment they left the dies. For collectors, these are the true treasures. Each rarity tells a different story, a minting mishap that escaped detection, a perfectly struck coin spared from the wear of circulation, or a carefully graded piece achieving near perfection on the Sheldon scale. These distinctions are what transform a simple presidential dollar into an object of passion and pursuit. Holding one of these coins can feel like holding a fragment of history itself. It connects us to Fillmore's presidency and to the artistry of American coinage, while also serving as a bridge between everyday currency and extraordinary value. Many enthusiasts regard the Millard Fillmore dollar as one of the underrated pieces of the presidential $1 series. And perhaps it is that very underestimation that gives the rarest examples an even stronger allure, because when they do appear, they command attention in ways few expect. Auction houses have seen this fascination unfold time and again. When a pristine example of the Fillmore dollar enters the bidding floor, the atmosphere changes. Collectors recognize the rarity, and each raised paddle is more determined than the last. The coin may have started its life as ordinary currency, but under the bright lights of an auction, it transforms into something far greater. And after all the history, design, and rarity, here is where the true surprise lies, in its value. A remarkable specimen of the Millard Fillmore presidential $1 coin, preserved in exceptional condition and coveted by collectors worldwide, has reached an astonishing price at auction, $126,000. This breathtaking figure elevates the coin from a pocket piece into a monumental discovery. It shows us that history is not only preserved in textbooks or monuments but also in the smallest pieces of metal we carry every day. A single coin, overlooked by most, can transform into a symbol of prestige, power, and hidden wealth. The Millard Fillmore dollar reminds us that even the presidents we sometimes overlook, and the coins we often dismiss, can hold stories and value beyond imagination. It is both a historical tribute and a collector's dream, a piece that bridges the past with the present in a way that few objects can. And in the world of numismatics, that is the very magic that keeps the hunt alive, the thrill of discovery, the joy of preservation, and the hope that the next coin we encounter might just be the one to change everything. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the hidden treasures of American coinage. If you enjoyed learning about this remarkable piece, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories of rare and valuable coins. Who knows? The next treasure we reveal might just be sitting in your pocket right now.